Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Just playing around tonight. And this might be one of the most interesting ones because I normally don't do white as an interactive fill tool. And this is almost to kind of show you that you can take any shape, any form of a shape when you're working in the center of the page. So we're going to take our polygon tool and set it on six-sided and draw a polygon and hit P to put it in the center of the page. Really important. Then just take an ellipse to have a bound or an area. And we need to start kind of right in here with a 2-point line. Normally I don't use 2-point lines. I use a 3-point curve line. But in this case, it's going to work better. So go right there to that node. Then take your shape tool and select both nodes and right click and turn it into a curve. Now that we did that, we can make a curve that twists both ways. Now you could use that same one or draw another one. I'm going to use the same one. So I'm going to Control D, double click on the rotation and move the rotation to there and just kind of move it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to Control D again, but I'm going to, and if to get to that corner, when you're using the rotation tool, if you will get near your intersection, it will snap to there. Now I actually want this kind of curved up here. So I could delete that line, which I can. It might be easier to delete that line and then just make another 2-point line. I could have left it there, but this might be a little bit better. Get back to your shape tool and right click, turn that into a curve. And then just click on one of the nodes and give a little bit of a twist. Doesn't really matter. Your shape doesn't matter. Now what does matter is we're going to take the Smart Fill tool, set on any color. I'm going to use orange this time, even though that blue is pretty cool. And I'm going to fill that in, and I'm going to nudge it over, fill that in and nudge it over. And then I'm going to just get rid of this by nudging it down. Now I'm going to nudge this back over, and I'm going to left click, right click. And before I do anything else, I'm going to group it together, Control G, Control D, and then I'm going to rotate it from the center of the page 45 degrees. Now, this is a must because you're going to have some that's going to intersect. But I think it's going to be pretty cool if we just use the outer intersection. That way there will be nothing overlapping. So we're going to get the Smart Fill tool, nudge that over twice. Whoop, I missed it. And move that over twice. And then pretty much anything you want to do. I'm going to grab that shorter one. I'm going to use the interactive fill tool, and I'm going to put black in here. But then I'm going to grab this one and I'm going to put white. This might not look as good as the blue. Well, I don't have to put white because it's already there. But I don't like that. I'm going to put black on this side. That's too much black. So I bring my orange down. But then I'm going to put the white here. Now this isn't going to look as cool as the blue, so I'm going to change it back to the blue, which is easy. I hit white, get blue, and go ahead and make this blue. I think the orange looks pretty cool, but that's going to look cooler with the white, I think. So now just get rid of this or nudge it out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and group this together, Control G, and I'm going to nudge it back twice. Now I'm going to Control D, double click on it and move my rotation to the center of the page and rotate it to 45 degrees. That I'm not going to say you're ever going to draw it, but that's pretty cool. And if we take our black box, I don't think it's as cool as the first one I did, but you can see the white. And this would be a, you know what, I am going to do that because this would be a great one to clone. Clone makes it a little bit more difficult because we have two pieces, but it's not really a problem. So I'm going to move that out of the way just to make sure I didn't have a copy. I'm going to move it out of the way again, and I'm good. So I'm going to ungroup it. And I'm going to take this right here, which is the big one, and I'm going to go to edit and clone it, nudge it up. That is our clone curve. This is going to be our control curve. So I'm going to nudge it twice and over. This one I'm going to clone. So go to edit and clone. And that is our clone curve. This is our control curve. I'm going to go ahead and group them together for a minute and nudge it back down. And then I'm going to Control D, double click on the rotation, and rotate it 45 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. Now you have to ungroup them all. And let's bring this into the picture. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's bring in a black, I'm going to bring in another black box. Turn it black, object, order, back a page. Now watch when I change the clone. The clone is in two pieces, so I can change them individually. I'm going to grab the smaller piece, and I'm going to get the interactive fill tool, and watch what happens to this when I do that. It changed the whole thing. You know, then you could change this, you could change this. I mean, you could have 10 of the same thing, you know, just different. Make it not quite as white, bring the blue in a little bit more, bring the white closer. And then we could do the same thing to the other side by bringing in more black. Well, I'm getting the black out of the picture base. There we go. Now bring this back. See how it's making it, the whole thing darker. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I hope that helped somebody someday, and thank you for watching.